I'm on the plug. Welcome to my channel if you're new to my channel, and if you're not new to my channel, thanks for tuning in and watching it again. That was lame. I said I was gonna do another Q&A to update my old Q&A because I have a lot of new people on my channel. A lot of things have changed in my life. I asked you guys on Twitter, my Twitter's at Lena the Plug, what you wanna know about me, and many of you submitted some questions. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want to have a threesome with Tana Mojo? This used to be a 10, now it's like maybe it's like a 1. No offense to Tana, but it's like, I don't feel like I have to have a threesome with her anymore. We're like friends now. It might be kind of weird, like she said. I agree with her. But yeah, it used to be a 10 when I didn't know her. I was like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be crazy. Do you think you're ever going to marry? Yeah, I hope so, because I definitely want to have kids, and I definitely want my kids to have like another person in their life that's not just me. So I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if like we have like a traditional like marriage and whatever, but I would like to have like a 2 adult family home. What do your parents think of Adam? Have they met? No, they have not met. And I think my mom has watched his channel and thinks he's charming. Still is like, she's like frightened that he's gonna break my heart, which I totally understand, but like any boy in my life could potentially break my heart, so yeah. Would you ever do meetups? Yeah, I actually did one with Adam a few months ago in New York. That was super cool. I actually got really shy. Like, I get really shy when I meet people who are fans of me or who are excited to meet me, because I like can't believe that people are excited to meet me, and I like fan out about the other people, but like also I'm like, oh, like thanks. Like I'm like really bad at compliments, so I like don't really know how to behave, but I think they're cool. I think they're exciting. What do you do after you are done with a threesome? Pee. Remember to always pee after having sex so you don't get a UTI. Cuddle. Me and Adam cuddle. Usually the other girl will leave or like sleep on the couch or something. Usually I pass out, because usually after a threesome it's been like a good 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, that's fine. What did you do in Sweden? I studied abroad in Lund, which is in the south of Sweden, for a semester. Semester, that word is vacation in Swedish, so it's really kind of funny when you say that, right? Yeah, I took a little bit of svenska when I was there. But yeah, I studied abroad. What is the thing that you love most about yourself, and what would you change? The thing that I love most about myself is that I feel like I always, it's kind of sometimes bad, maybe it's naive, but like I always see the best in people, or I always want to believe people will be good, and sometimes that's bad because then I'll be in a situation where like someone will do something bad to me or will do something bad to someone else, and I just like can't wrap my mind around it. I'm just like, but how could someone do that? But like I really like that no matter how much adversity life throws at me, like I still smile at people on the street, or like want to believe that there is more good than evil. What I want to change about myself is a lot of people in the face of challenges will like push through and be like, oh, let's try this option, let's try B, C, D, E, whatever. I'm a lot more likely to be like, oh, now I don't know what to do. Oops, let me quit, or let me pause, or let me not persist. And I think that a lot of people probably feel that way, but I really want to like get better about that. Just being like, well, this didn't work, doesn't mean it can't work if you do it this way, and it doesn't mean that like all your options are gone. Like you can like, maybe you just didn't even like that. Maybe you want to do something else. Yeah. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? I actually never spoke it out loud. I think I did want to be like an actress, like a Disney Channel actress or whatever. Every kid wants to be that, right? But I was like this short, tubby little kid, and I would never ever say that out loud. But I definitely wanted to be like, I don't know, like who doesn't want to be like a child actor when they're a kid? But like when I did like a school project or anything, or when they asked you like, what do you want to be when you grow up at school? I would tell them I want to be a librarian. Do you plan on going to Vidcon? Do you have to get invited to that? Like, I don't know how it works. Do they invite pseudo porn stars? Like, I'd love to go. That'd be cool. What is it like when your boyfriend knows a lot of big rappers and you get to meet them sometimes? A lot of times, like, I won't know that a rapper is significant until Adam tells me, and I don't tend to act starstruck because I just don't really care. Like, who would I care about? I don't even know if it would be a rapper. Like, maybe if he interviewed, like Fall Out Boy or something, like I'd be like, hi, what's up? Like I'd be really excited about that. But What are the pros and cons of being very open with your sexuality and your sex life? I would say that the cons are that people stop seeing you as a human, and they just start seeing you even more so as an object, and they can't really get past that sexual exterior, which I understand, because like so much of my profile is just very sexual, but it's unfortunate at times because it's like obviously I have a lot more to offer than just my sexuality, and I think it becomes very difficult for people to see the other things about me. The pros about it is that I forget that other people aren't as open-minded in their sex lives, and that being more open-minded in your sex life can bring you more joy and more happiness and introduce you to things that you didn't necessarily know you liked, and in that sense make your life more full. And I think by being more open with my sexuality and putting it out there, like many people have sent me messages like, hey, because of you I tried this, my fear of this is no longer there, and like I take more nudes and I just feel more comfortable in my body, and like those are, to me, are all the pros. And even just in this last year, like I've learned so much more about myself sexually, and I've grown to become more into the sex life that I have, and it's been more exciting for me because I've like just talked about it more, and just like there's things that turn me on now that I would never in a million years believe I would have thought were hot, but I like gave them a chance and was like, wow, I like that. Like I gave my first hand job in 2017 at the age of 26. My first real serious hand job where I like took it all the way through, and I was like, wow, that was hot. I gotta do that more. So just try new shit out. How long is this? I can talk for days. How did you develop such a strong confidence in yourself? This is something that I kind of want to make a whole video about, is like, what do people believe confidence is? Because you can ask anyone who knows me personally, I am one of the most insecure people in the world, but I think that other people have a perception that being naked means you aren't insecure and you have to be confident to be naked. And the truth is, like, I know, objectively speaking, that most people would find my body and my frame attractive, and that like when I post a picture on Instagram, like I'm confident that it's a nice picture, and it's like I'm showing my body at the right angles and everything. But there's a lot of other things I'm not confident about. Like I've been going to poetry readings for 4 or 5 years, and I've only ever gone up to read my poetry one time. I have a fear of being like wrong. Even though poetry can't be wrong, or like a fear of being bad at something. And so like, I think that's a lack of confidence, like that I would literally go and sit at poetry readings and be afraid to stand up in front of everybody and say my poetry because I'm afraid of my feelings being wrong. Like I think that I'm really inconfident, but because I take my clothes off, like people think I'm confident. So what is confidence? What motivates you to work out and stay healthy? The way that I see working out and staying healthy is kind of like the way that I see life as a whole. Like this is your one time that you're gonna be here. It depends on whatever you believe in or whatever, but it's like, why not live your best, most authentic, most self-actualized version of yourself? Like why would you want to half-ass things? And I also want my body to look like it's being used. Like I like when my arms are more shapely. I like that I can see the muscles. I like that I can tell that I've like put in great effort to earn these things. So when I'm going to the gym and I don't want to go, I'm like, what else can I possibly be doing right now that would be better than going to the gym? And if I'm not going to the gym because I have no structure in my life, I'm more than likely just going to be scrolling on Twitter for an extra hour a day, and that is a waste of life and a suck. So yeah, that's kind of why I work out. If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would you change? If I could go back in time and change something, it's I would change being too afraid to try out for being a cheerleader or join drama in high school, or just get more involved in like things like that, because I was afraid, I was shy or whatever. Like I'm a little bit more open now to doing those things, but I'm still very afraid, and I just wish I was less afraid back then, because it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? What is your biggest goal at the moment? My biggest goal at the moment is to go through recovery with my eating disorder and like not become completely recovered, because recovery is always like ongoing and a process. But I feel like my eating disorder stuff has been in the way of me getting so much more out of my life for so long, that once I can get that out of the way, then I can make space for all these other really great things. So that's like my biggest goal at the moment, and I'll have to start thinking as I get better and better, like what's gonna come beyond that, so that I don't just like open all that space and then feel like very empty. But I think that's like the most important thing and the best thing that I can do for myself right now, because so much of like eating disorder issues are tied to insecurity, are tied to self-confidence issues and feelings of self-worth and things like that. So I think it's like getting that out of the way will just like uplift me in a way that nothing else could. When are you gonna give away more stickers? Honestly, I realized that I've been giving away so many stickers that I don't think people wanna buy them. So if you wanna buy them, they're on lenaltheplug.com. They're not that expensive, they're really, really cute, they're really good quality stickers. I have one here on my phone, but yeah, I know I don't have a lot of merch, so like stickers are one of the only things that I sell, but I hope that will maybe change soon. Will you be doing sit-down collabs soon? Honestly, like, I haven't really like consumed YouTube. I don't really understand YouTube culture that much. Like doing a sit down collab, like is such a strange idea to me. I get it. Like I could do it, but I'm barely discovering how to become a content creator now to create content for my channel that I'm sure I could figure something out, but like if that's what you want to see more of, let me know. But it's like YouTubers are like weird to me. I know I'm a YouTuber now, but like there's certain things that about YouTube culture that I can't get behind. I could do like a collab that was like natural, maybe where I was like already friends with the people and like we were talking about something that I felt connected to, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't throw shade at anyone because I get it, like that's how you get views and there's things that are trending, but like recreating like funny couple photos, like I guess Adam and I could do that and it'd be cool, but I just feel like it's so not us that it would be like so forced, if that makes sense. And I don't like to do anything that's like forced and fake. Like I would rather it be a full-on skit so that I'm like not in the character of Lena than it be like this like weird medium of like faking it. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Real talk, to eat as much as I want and never gain weight. Is that a superpower? Is Adam subscribed to your private Snapchat? I add him and he sees it, but he doesn't pay for it, obviously. What is the secret to yours and Adam's amazing relationship? I think being open-minded, being understanding, and like, you might see something and it might make you feel a certain way immediately. And anytime you have a reaction like that, which is usually like jealousy, anger, envy, whatever, like you should not act on that emotion. Like just being like sensible, you know, it's like your initial reaction to something, don't act on those things, think about them, rationalize. And like, same for him. Like if he felt a certain way about me, like he wouldn't just like act out. Like I think that those kinds of things are very triggering and they can only escalate into big fights. So just being understanding, being open-minded, talking, like I don't know, like this is really like this is my second relationship, and so I don't know how I'm like so good at it according to you guys. But what is the worst trouble you ever got into as a child? One time my mom found paint thinner in my sister's room, like a bucket of it, and sat us on the couch and brought my uncle over to like yell at us because he thought we were huffing paint thinner, which like I didn't know this was a thing. And I started crying because like I was so confused. Like it wasn't even in my room, but my cousin had bought it to like put on this girl's car because that girl was like talking to her boyfriend. I don't know, but I got in so much trouble for something that was not my fault at all, and I was like crying, and then I got in trouble for crying because they're like, if you're like innocent, then why would you cry? You must be guilty. And I was just like, get me out of here. Anyways, that was a bad situation for LTP. Are you and your parents on better terms? It's kind of funny because like my mom and I were on good terms, and then now we don't talk at all, and my dad and I didn't talk at all, but now we're on like better terms. It's not perfect, it's gonna take time, it's awkward, it's weird, what do you talk about? But it's got better and it's gotten worse. Do you consider yourself a feminist? Yes, absolutely. I'm not afraid of this word. I think that more people should own it, and I understand why a lot of people don't own it. There's a lot of like loaded misconceptions that come with feminism, and there's a lot of feminists who might make feminism look bad, and I get that, you know, the same way there's a few Christians that make Christianity look bad, or, you know, a few whatever it is, you know. So I get people not wanting to attach themselves to that word, but I definitely consider myself to be a feminist, and I have no problem stating that. How does it feel like to have a lot of girls looking up to you? I don't know if I'm like really a role model, because, you know, obviously a parent would see me and see my sexual image and be like, well, how could she represent great things? But I do feel like I have a lot of good insight to offer as a big sister to girls, and so it's actually really, it warms my heart, and it's like flattering, and I know that I got my subscribers from Sex to Got 1 Mil, and they were mostly male up until very recently, but like I feel like a special, warm, sweet place in my heart for my female subscribers, my female audience, and it really motivates me, and it makes me want to be the great, amazing person that you guys think I am all the time, even when no one's looking. So it feels nice. Like, I really, really love it. And yeah, I'm gonna get emotional right now, so maybe we should stop talking about this, but thank you, because it's just so nice. What's your favorite event you've ever attended since becoming a mama thought icon? Who, me? Oh, okay. Like 3 weeks ago, when Adam was hosting this event in Miami and Cardi B was headlining it, I was literally standing like 3 feet behind her as she was performing. I didn't get to meet her, but like just being in that close a presence to greatness, amazing. How do you manage when people say you're a slut and a hoe because of how you express your body? It used to hurt, and now when I think of people or when I see people make mean comments, my first thought is, I'm sorry that you're in pain right now. I'm sorry that you're hurting right now, because someone feeling the need to make that sort of negative comment, like, it can only come from a place of projection. It can only come from a place of projecting their own pain and their own, you know, maybe not mistaken values, but values that don't align with mine. So obviously, if you're like a very, very traditional Christian who believes like, you know, women should be quiet and women should be like very prude and modest and blah, 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 and not so showy, then yeah, you're gonna think that I'm a fucking slut. But I am not doing it for you. I don't think I ran out of questions, but my phone did die and it's charging now. And this is like really long, so I don't know what your attention span is like. You can watch it in parts, maybe I won't make it so long. But if you made it all the way to the end, please comment platform shoes, because I'm wearing them and the first thing I saw and I thought of. And I love you all, and I really just want you to know that I am grateful that you watch my videos, and maybe I'm being really extra at this point, but I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like and subscribe if you want, and yeah, until next time, platform shoes, see?